Hello guys, this is a quick video on AUDCAD. Okay, this is just a follow-up video. I'm actually recording this on top pair I'm looking to trade this week. I've analyzed this pair before in the past. If you check my videos on my channel, you'll be able to see that I've analyzed this pair before, and I told you guys that I'm expecting price to drop to this level. For those of you that watch the top pair I'm looking to trade this week, if you check anywhere in my channel, you'll be able to see that video I did. Okay, that was sometime last month, September last month. So look at where price is today. But then let's look at what actually happened. Like I told you guys that I always follow for framework whenever I'm looking at the market. I always follow this 4-point framework, which is key level, harmonic pattern, liquidity sweep, and entry. I'm always singing it as a national anthem, every time. For those of you who are actually paying attention, you always hear me talk about this 4-point framework. I always follow whenever I'm looking at the market. Okay, so let's look at AUDCAD once again, and then let's refresh our mind based on what is going on here. And the first thing was the key level, okay, which we identified. This is the key level that we identified, and then we can refine that key level on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, we'll now refine the key level. This is the key level of order block. And see that this is the unmitigated level right here with a small fair value gap that is below it. So this makes this order block valid. Okay, so we have gotten the key level, which is a key level of what order block, and that is checked. So the next thing is now to check if we have a valid harmonic pattern into this key level. Okay, so we can start off from anywhere at all to look at the retracement and extensions and all of that. So I just saw this push to this point, and I saw this retracement, and this push that did not take out this high, that could be 886. Okay, and then an extension into this level. Okay, and then the overall direction of the market is that we'll have this breakout structure here and this points here. So we actually bearish on this leg, and then we actually bearish on this leg, we are bearish, and then boss on this leg here we actually what bullish. Okay, so we have this breakout structure here. So this is a breakout structure, and so since this is a breakout structure and the kind of pattern we are seeing here is an extension pattern, so both the pattern and the structure and the market structure align, so we are actually good to go. Okay, so this is an extension harmonic pattern, this is a breakout structure, so everything is good to go. So that is always say you guys that you need knowledge. Like you've tried your possible best, but the most important thing is that I didn't just get to where I am today by doing it alone. I sought help. At a point I was being ignorant, I was being stubborn, I was like, oh, I can do this on my own, but I lost huge amount of money. I lost a lot. That was when I realized that I needed help. I have to go for mentorship, and then I got access to the right information, and then I started seeing things clearly. I started developing plan and then following the plan, getting better every day. That is the most important thing. You have to be able to go for mentorship, no matter how. Mentorship could come in different form. Some of you that are following me, yes, you may not really have the fund to be able to, or if you don't feel like, but then at least you're following this person. You'll be able to isolate yourself from all the noise in the crowd, and then you're following this person and then doing everything the person is doing. That is how you learn. Okay, so whenever I'm talking about analyzing a pair, whenever I'm looking at the market, I employ different approach entirely. I make sure that whatever I'm talking about is making a lot of sense, and it's something that whenever you're looking at it, you know that this makes a lot of sense, and it's something that clears out all the randomness and all the confusions that you have. You don't need pure price action, is all you need. You don't even need any indicator. Look at the market, look at the candles, look at the structure, look at everything, and it tells you what to do. So all I need is just one person that will say, oh, I will just follow this guy, and let me just draw closer and listen to it. Just one person. I don't need one person that will just say, okay, I'm done, I've tried my best, let me just listen to this guy and follow this guy for like 1 month and see what will happen. Okay, so this is where we are on AUDCAD. We have gotten a key level, we have gotten a harmonic pattern, which we are trying to identify right now. Okay, so with our Fibonacci retracement tool, you can see that this level is, I'm trying to see if that could be a deep grab. Beautiful. You can see how price tested that 886 and then we have that retracement to the downside. Okay, so you can see how price tested that 886 and then we have retracement to the downside and then finally breaking it and pushing to this key level that aligns perfectly with 1.618. You can see that harmonic pattern is so beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, so now we can get a complementary measurement of that 1.618 from this point, from this retracement to this point, and then see what if that could come around 2.24, or let me just switch off 0.886 and switch off 1.902 and see if that will come around 2.24. Beautiful. You can see how 2.24 complemented that 1.618. That is what we call potential reversal zone. At that level where all the measurements of the pattern converge within a close approximation. Okay, so we have a valid harmonic pattern right now. So we have a valid harmonic pattern. Okay, so this is the valid harmonic pattern. So just use the SABCD to enclose that location. And the beauty of SABCD2, apart from the fact that we can still use the SABCD2 measurement, is that it helps us to filter out all the noise in the market so that we can be able to have an area of focus. So we can be able to have what? An area of focus, an area that we are looking at to do what? To trade in the what? In the market. Okay, so right now all we now have to now do is to do what? We have key level, we have harmonic pattern. What is the next thing we now need to now do? All we now need to now do is to do what? To look at for what? Liquidity sweep, to confirm that potential reversal zone, that this could be a place that the market makers will be looking to do what? To reverse price. Okay, so now we have all this information. So the next thing we have to look out for now is what? Liquidity sweep. And then, like I told you guys, that whenever you are entering a trade, always put your stop loss few pips above the key level or below the key level that price came to mitigate. Since we are on the daily time frame, and then consider this is what we call a daily sweep or previous daily high. Okay, so price can take out the previous daily high. So we need to confirm this sweep to know if it's actually a valid sweep. So this sweep should actually produce what we call a classical bearish order block, or what we call a change in state of delivery. Look at, well, I always very careful when I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame, looking at for liquidity sweep. If I see a candle close on the 4-hour time frame, I'm always very careful, and then I always reduce my risk because price could likely come back again to this level. That was what happened. So whenever I'm looking at for liquidity, so I look at for liquidity sweep where on the 4-hour time frame we have this what? Weak, not a body close. I'm always very careful of that. But then this also works because we have this change in state of delivery as an order block with this fair value gap. So price came back into that order block. This could have been a very sweet spot for entry. I always tell you guys that always keep your stop loss few pips above the key level that price came to mitigate, because it would have been actually been able not to take out from this one that came back again. But then we look at that. Let's assume that you actually stick to your take profit level of 1:3. You would have gotten out of this trade even before price reversed. You would have gotten out of this trade at 1:3. But let's assume that you are trying to maintain the key levels of the harmonic pattern, the take profit level of the harmonic pattern. You didn't close your trade, okay? And then price came back for the second time, took out this high. You can see there was a beautiful sweep. Even on the 4-hour time, you can see that the wicks you are expected, bodies didn't actually close above. Okay, so right now we have another sweep of liquidity, which is sweep of previous daily high, and then price came back again for the second time. But something happened before price came to that level. We had this other pairing. We can see that this is a key level, okay, and this key level right here, you can see this is a level. So we had this stop hunt, we'll call it other pairing, where price takes out. If price is trying to sell, we first of all clear out the buy side liquidity and head to the sell side what? Liquidity. Okay, so this is stop hunt. Price takes out this stop losses of the building of buy or sell order within the buy side liquidity of this level. You can see this is a key level, and where is the high that created this low? This is the high that created that low, and then price came back into that high that created that low and stabbed through it, okay, and giving us this what? Change in state of delivery again with a fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame. Also we had this breakout structure, which is what we call market structure shift, and then you can see this is another sweet spot for entry that price also gave to us. That was last week before market closed, and then stop loss, like I said before, few pips above the key level that price came to mitigate. Now let's talk about the take profit levels of the deep crab of harmonic pattern. Now for the take profit levels, from the look of things, seems that price have actually hit the first take profit level at 0.382. Let me look at that closely. If we put a Fibonacci level from this point to this point, and then we look at the take profit level of the deep crab, beautiful. Come on, guys, this is high level things, simplicity. You are not looking at random things in the market. You are looking at everything that follows specific detailed procedure. Okay, instead of looking at different levels, you're looking at what key points in the market. You can see our price start at 0.38 to measure from this point to this point and then push all the way up. At this point, what do? You take partial profit and move stop loss to breaking. Final target is at 0.61, which aligns with what? Which aligns with this key level right there. You can see that Fibonacci levels are very powerful, and then for the harmonic pattern, we have specific Fibonacci levels that we always follow. Okay, so final target is at 0.61, which is this TP3. We can still push price into this level if the market structure suggests so. Remember that we are still expecting price to take out this low, but I'm laughing because it's a huge point. But then look at what happened actually. We on this leg, overall we actually bearish in this market too. But then let's see what happens. Let's see if price will eventually take out this high, which will actually confirm that we are bullish, or we head to this low, which will confirm that we are actually what? Bullish. So in the next few months to come, we are going to review this AUDCAD again and see what happens. Okay, but for now, let's just enjoy the profit that we are enjoying right now on AUDCAD. So this will bring us to the end of this video, guys. I've actually broken down this trade on AUDCAD using the concept of key level, harmonic pattern, liquidity sweep, and entry. I hope you guys got value from this. Like I said before, trading doesn't have to be that hard, but at the beginning you have to be able to understand that you need to be able to sit down, and if you want to go into this thing full time, like if you really know that this is something that could actually change your life, then I really encourage you to be able to have access to the right information that will help you to grow. Harmonic pattern trading is something that has been in existence for a very long time. It's not something that is new. It has been something that's proven to work in any market condition, consolidation, ranging, trending, any market condition. Harmonic patterns works. Okay, and it's not something that you are going to waste your time to learn. I am a living testimony of this, and it works very well. When you combine it with key level, you combine it with liquidity sweep, and then you actually combine it with clear entry, you will see tremendous results in your trade. Like I said before, I only need one person that will say, okay, fine, I'll try my best, I want to follow this guy. You sign off our mentorship, you join our trading community. If you cannot be able to afford the mentorship, you can go for the indicator, start from the indicator, start making profits from the indicator, then you can now head over to the mentorship. So I wish you guys all the best. I love you guys. This will be all for now on this video, and see you guys in the next episode. I remain your host, Henry the Great, signing out. Peace out, love you guys, and bye for now.